Okay, so this is Jan, who trained originally with a different company quite a few years ago now, and sort of got out of the loop a little bit in permanent makeup, didn't you? And
right.
You've just come back and you're just doing a day's brow training with Kate. So we've been in for about 3 hours now. And how has this morning been?
Oh, it's fantastic. It's a must actually to keep up to date with training and with new techniques.
Yeah.
And Kate just has this knack of simplifying everything, making it, well, not look like rocket science, but you know, if you've got an artistic skill and an eye for colour, then pretty much anybody can do this kind of work. And she's so professional, puts you at your ease.
Excellent. So, because obviously you've had the advantage of training somewhere else before initially, and then obviously seeing Kate's techniques. So, how would you say the training styles vary?
Well, I think this one is much more down to earth. For laymen, really good. Kate's simple. She really does. It's called the KISS method. Keep it simple, stupid.
Yeah.
And sometimes you can be baffled by science. I know you certainly need. Kate still covers all of the things like your health and safety.
Yeah.
You know, your hygiene, but she simplifies it.
Yeah.
And doesn't make it feel so daunting.
Yeah. Because has that been an issue in the past, like when you've been doing treatments, once you obviously did your initial training beforehand?
I think so. It can always intimidate you to such a degree that you're actually frightened to work alone. It's a bit like when you take your driving test and you first, you pass and you get behind that wheel and you've got nobody with you. You suddenly think, can't do this. But they fire so much at you, and their manuals as well are so... Yeah, they're really, really hard to understand, where Kate's manual's very simplified, very, contemporary, modern, but I think the art that Kate has in it is just simply keeping it very natural, very soft, very gentle, giving you confidence, making you feel that you can actually do it. She drew on one of the dummies this morning and said, right, this is how we're going to train to draw the eyebrow. Now you watch me and you draw it. And I actually couldn't believe that I mirror imaged her work. And we even got the calipers out and measured it afterwards, and it was completely as if I'd traced it by the way she taught me.
Wow.
And that was just a one-off, and I got it 110% right the first go.
Brilliant.
And that is amazing, because that's the biggest scary factor, I think, to get that right before you even start. So
and you've just, that's all right. and you've obviously just seen a client come in as well, a real client, full paying client. And how did that go?
Very, very natural lady. She was sort of a grey hair lady, so she'd lost about probably 50-60% of her brow, and Kate just showed me a lovely technique to be able to actually draw with freehand, really filling in the gaps, so a little bit less measuring and more with the naked eye to get it right. And when the lady sat up and it was symmetrical, it looked really natural. In fact, apart from you could see the blanching from the anaesthetic, you wouldn't know she'd have had anything done.
Oh, really?
It's so natural.
Yeah. Excellent.
I hope I can follow in her shoes.
So we've still got this afternoon to go. You'll be doing clients as well. So for the first few hours, then I think I heard you say something about a lot of the issues you thought you had. They sort of go out the window a little bit when you're here.
They have. Kate, she just hits you with her own style, with like a magic wand,
Really?
And you walk out feeling really confident.
Excellent.
Definitely, this was a refresher course I needed to do, and I think anyone who's trained with Kate in the past would still learn more each time you come, because Kate is constantly ongoing in her training. And
so she never stops.
Yeah, exactly. And knowing what's out there in the market, she's constantly researching new machines, even that I learned today, and new needles that you can use. Sorry for all those needophobic people who might see this, but yeah, she's constantly learning anaesthetics, topical anaesthetics. So I have learned so much today in 3 hours. I feel like I'm raring to go again. My confidence is already coming back.
Brilliant. Excellent. Now go for some nice lunch.
Thank you.
And we'll carry on this afternoon.
Resume this afternoon.
Brilliant.
Thank
Cheers,
you,
Jan.
Paul.